Hi, Kara Rice here with Brain Connects Therapy. Repetition creates mastery, it creates automation of movements. So I want to talk a little bit about that, and let's use the example of handwriting. So if you have young kids, you'll see that it takes some time to learn handwriting. We didn't just come out of the womb knowing how to hold a pencil or how to write letters. They have to practice these strokes. First, just practicing strokes, just straight line, cross line, diagonal, circles, crosses, and other movements, curved lines, until they're able to start practicing letters. And then they must practice those with lots of repetition. And the more repetition they have with these strokes, the more the movement becomes automated in their brain. And this is the same thing with our primitive reflexes. For the kiddos that miss them or just had some type of trauma or didn't get enough movement with them, they need to go back and have tons of repetition with the movements until it's automated. Once the lower level of the brain gets developed and our movements can become automated, then the higher level learning can occur, higher level attention and focus and listening and everything our child needs to be successful in school and at a job later on can occur once that foundation of automation happens. So as we go about our day, we don't automatically think about lifting our leg when we're moving over rocks or not bumping into people. We're not consciously thinking about that. We just automatically move in a certain way. And this is exactly what happens with our kids. Once kids that are struggling. So once they get those primitive reflexes, that foundational movement becoming automated, and they have good balance and they have good control and body awareness, then they can do all these extra things that the brain needs to do, the higher level centers of the brain need to do. So it's just similar to handwriting, and I thought that was a good example as I was reading about some different handwriting strokes today, is that as we all can see if we have young kids that it takes time to learn handwriting. And once you learn it though, once you've done those strokes over and over and over, by third grade, kids typically are writing pretty well and they can just automatically write their name out. They can automatically write letters without having to think, how do I form the letter A? So they're not consciously thinking those things anymore. Their muscles just know how to do it. And that's exactly the same kind of theory or the same thing that happens with the primitive reflexes and higher level learning of the brain. I hope that makes sense. Just a quick little tidbit on understanding reflexes better and why they're so important for any child that's struggling with learning challenges or motor or language, communication, behavior, attention, any of these higher level things in the brain. If they need help with them, I would definitely look at a reflex program, which we have one, but there's other great ones out there, and they'll succeed. They'll do so much better. Thanks.